I remember my first tattoo like it was yesterday. I was very nerve-wracking.
My first tattoo was nerve-wracking.
I was completely nervous.
I was really nervous.
I was nervous.
It was super stressful.
It's definitely intimidating at first.
Let's see, my first tattoo was on my little brother. It was pretty stressful.
You know, you're gonna fuck up someone's skin for the rest of your life, but
I was just, the best way I can describe it is I was so freaking nervous.
I wasn't too sure if I was doing the right thing. I started sweating real bad. After lots of practice, here I am. But yeah, it was kind of scary and nerve-wracking, I have to say.
But it got easier as it went on.
I still push through. Here I am now.
Looking back now, I wouldn't really tattoo with some of the stuff that I used back then, but it's what got me addicted.
It was a good feeling.
It's a feeling I'll never forget because I guess the nervousness never goes away.
You know, you put that first line on the skin, and even though it's the worst line I could have ever done, it made you want more. You know, you wanted to do better, and you wanted to really kind of, it was that permanency, I think, and the intimacy of the tattoo that really kind of hooked me.
And I don't think that feeling of nervousness ever goes away. It's just, it's there, even if you don't notice it, it's there in the back of your mind. To be doing something permanent on someone that's not going to go away, that's there for life, it's just an amazing feeling.
When I first started tattooing and scratching out of my house, it was just cool because we were all underage, but it wasn't until I did my apprenticeship that I learned the seriousness of what you're doing. I mean, you're putting something on someone forever.
It's a really big honor.
To me, it's a big deal. You know, I take it very seriously.
I think it's a very important thing for an artist to respect the fact that a client would like them to get a tattoo from them.
To me, I mean, it's a big responsibility.
It's unreal. I mean, I have people that fly from all over the country to get tattooed by me, and I still don't think I'll ever get over that.
One of those things I do not take lightly.
It means a lot to me because, you know, people are willing, you know, to trust me on just permanently scar their body for the rest of their life.
I enjoy what I do, and I have a lot of fun doing what I do, but at the same time I try and treat it with that amount of seriousness because it's going on this person forever.
You really have to trust somebody to put something on you that's going to be there forever, and you have to look at it every single day.
It's a very personal experience. It's something that is a one-on-one relationship with the client and the artist.
As cool as that is, it needs to be taken with a certain level of seriousness, and so that's what I strive for.
It's an honor. I mean, to have somebody want to come to you to get your style of work.
It means a lot to me, especially when, you know, weirdos like this one, like, you know, half-naked chicks with tentacles around. It's a good feeling.
But anyone who knows me knows I'm not super serious all the time. Just when I need to be.
See, as far as how body art is for people, it's a very deep personal experience.
You know, it's something that's on you forever and you carry it around forever.
It can just mean so much to a person that it just brings them in tears sometimes.
What you see on the outside just may be an image or some artwork, but it means a lot more to most people.
Family member that has passed away, or from like, oh, I just like that and I picked it off the table, you know.
I'm one of those people that has meaningful tattoos. All the tattoos I have are really personal to me.
There's usually experiences and memories that come with those tattoos.
It's something that I'm going to have forever to remind me of someone or something or a time in my life that was really important.
It's like a history of someone's life and what they've been through and the moments that they've lived.
You think of your body like a passport, and each tattoo marks a certain time in your life, and you'll always be able to look back at that time and appreciate what was going on, you know, in your life and what you were going through.
And I think a lot of people have that. A lot of people don't, but a lot of people do.
Every person views their tattoos differently and their meanings differently, and some people don't even have meanings for that tattoo.
Don't put so much pressure into getting definition and meaning right now, because you'll be able to look back and you know, really kind of remember your life for what it was at that time.
You don't really have to have like a meaning to get a tattoo or anything. You just, if you like it, you just kind of get it.
The same thing can mean so many things to different people.
Kind of turns into an outward representation of what sort of stuff you're into that, you know, people can see before they even, you know your name or have talked to you at all.
It changes people's lives. It truly does. Like, you can see somebody who started out with no tattoos. I know a few people who barely even left their house, and now they're going out and not only covering a good part of their body, but now they're going out and wearing clothes where you can actually see who they are, and they're happy to just be themselves. And it doesn't just show physically, like emotionally, it changes their life.
So like once you start getting shit everybody can see, it just kind of filters all that. Like, I never talk to people that are dicks about, you know, tattoos or piercings or anything, because they just would look at me and not talk to me in the first place.
A lot of people get one and then they kind of get the bug and they just get more and more and more, and I never got that. I'm not there yet. Maybe someday.
Initially, I got into tattooing through art. I didn't even really start out to want to be a tattoo artist. I kind of fell into it because of art.
Let's see, I've drawn since I was a child.
In high school, when I took a random art class for an extra credit, I just kind of fell in love with it, you know, like it came easy and I was good at it, and it's something that I did when I was home and in between work and school and stuff, and it's something that I actually enjoyed. This is where my heart is.
My great-grandmother and grandmother were artists growing up, so I always kind of had that art feel, and it wasn't until I kind of found tattooing that made me want to push and learn more and paint and draw.
In high school, I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with my life, and I wanted to do something with art, but I didn't want to become like an art teacher or anything.
I know I've always loved tattooing, collect tattoo magazines.
I think a lot of them like drawing a lot and really get into that, and then want to, you know, find some sort of outlet for that isn't necessarily, you know, fine art and, you know, all the kind of stuffy, pretentious stuff.
Going to graphic design and stuff like that, it would be a limited opportunity for me.
So I found out about tattooing, and I kind of started on my own.
It took me a lot to get the nerve to go to a shop and ask for an apprenticeship. I didn't know how to approach that.
I got a tattoo machine when I was still in high school, and I started tattooing a bunch of like high school friends.
And decided to do an apprenticeship.
Eventually I found a mentor.
I always wanted to do it because it was a cool thing to do, but then when I started doing my apprenticeship and really kind of diving into what tattooing is, I really wanted to make sure that I was pursuing the right legacy and continuing with the right legacy.
Prior to tattooing, I worked in animal medicine.
So I was a welder for almost 9 years.
It was really, it limited the way you could dress or the way you could look.
Never thought I was actually going to be able to make money or, you know, do this.
I didn't want to change myself for a job I would ultimately start hating later in life.
I just love the whole atmosphere and the people and just the freedom of being an artist.
And I know with this, I can actually be myself and love me, and people love me for what I do and for who I am my entire life instead of faking it.
Kind of didn't work out at first, but
I still pushed through.
I ended up kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and eventually it actually did work out. Now I couldn't be happier. For over 24 years now, don't plan on ever stopping.
Here I am now.
When I very first started, the industry isn't what it was today. We started out in very small shops, doing pretty much whatever came, and now it's an artist business. It's a lot of custom art, a lot of drawing. So if you're an artist, it's a very enjoyable time.
I mean, I think camaraderie is important. I think unfortunately in certain circles in tattooing, there's a lot of people that are trying to get into the industry, which makes the secrets a little bit more protected.
There's always a lot of competition in this industry. Pretty much anything that has to do with art is really competitive.
I don't know if this is a good thing, but a lot of tattoo artists are super egotistical.
There's a lot of people that hate on each other, you know, just because they're not getting what I think they think they deserve.
You just gotta stay, you know, kind of keep it to yourself and stay humble in a way.
But I wish it was a little bit more open, you know, overall as a whole. But I understand why it's not.
Everyone's just kind of weird, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's a good way. It's everyone has their own style.
We have so many different styles and personalities in our shop.
It's nice to be around so many weird people because you don't feel so weird yourself anymore. You don't feel so different or an outcast or anything like that. You can just be yourself.
It doesn't matter where you are. If you see somebody who's tattooed or pierced, you seem to always just feel connected like your family.
It's kind of something that brings people from all sorts of different walks of life together.
And you have that mutual respect for one another.
A lot of camaraderie in this industry, not just within the studio. You know, we're family and we're real tight. We got each other's backs and we work really hard. But even beyond that, it's, you know, the clients are part of this too. We're all in this big group together. We're all friends. We're all from different places: Australia, Rhode Island, California, Dallas, Arkansas.
And everyone's super friendly, and it's just a family. It's like, that's the best way I can describe it, as a family.
It's like a family, so, you know, everybody's got each other's back and we're all there for each other. I feel like friendship is super important.
My friends at this point are, you know, people who are tattoo artists or, you know, people that I've met kind of in that capacity.
I wouldn't be where I am without my friends and people around me.
Tattooing is my whole life.
When you find someone who's really just about the art and they have their own thing and they love it, and they're not here for the money, they're here because they're an artist and this is what they love to do.
I'm very thankful for everything that it's done for me, and I just hope that I can kind of pay it forward and help make it better than, you know, how it was when I first started doing it.
A lot of the artists here, I can see that and I can feel that just looking at their work. They love it, and it's nice to be surrounded by a lot of people in one place who all feel that way.
I definitely think it's important to be creative because it's what speaks to your individuality. It allows who you are to come out, your artwork and your personality. It's really the heart and soul of what we do. We are creatives. We're really working with nothing and trying to make something from basic materials and lines and shapes. So creativity is the heart and soul of what we do every day.
I don't know, it's a good sense of satisfaction and accomplishment, just being able to create something out of nothing.
It's important because in today's society, you just see a lot of repetition. With Pinterest and Google and stuff like that, it's very easy to copy someone else's stuff, basically.
People that pretty much do what everybody else is doing are really just getting, I guess, stuck behind.
If nobody ever like tries new shit or it takes what they've seen and tries to evolve it into something else, I mean, what's the point of doing any of it then if we're all just gonna, you know, copy what already exists?
It's to be creative is to be different and view things differently and do things differently, and I think that's just a really important aspect in life.
I think it's important to be creative just so you never get stuck in the same thing every day.
I think it's really kind of important to just keep evolving stuff.
You're always learning something new, always experiencing something new. It keeps your mind open.
Taking something you saw somewhere that you liked and, you know, doing your own thing with it, and everything just keeps growing from there.
I feel like if you have no creativity and no creative outlet, you're just bored.
I think it's very important. I think it's important to surround yourself with things that you're passionate about.
It's like a way to escape a lot of bullshit that's out there.
I think kind of working with your creativity and your imagination are things that people neglect as we get older.
There's so many ways to express creativity, and if you have absolutely no outlet, it's just sad.
I don't know. I think you need to have that childlike wonder just to kind of enjoy life more.
There's no point really to life at all.
I think too many people shut off that creativity and it limits them more than they realize. And it's not until it's too late that they're like, oh shit, I wish I wouldn't have lost that.